Good morning. It is 9:30 a.m. and we are once again at the park going for a quick walk before we get after the day here, because at my household we are prepping for a couple of very busy weeks. We've got reptile presentations, loads of woodworking projects. We're working with coffee shop in Egan, Vendela Coffee Shop. Have been a joy to work with, but we're getting our products there. We've got orders to fulfill. We've got devotionals to record. We're completely redoing the computer room to make it a little bit better for recording videos in, so we can maybe do some video game or other type of videos on this channel as well. Then we've got some studying for CDL test coming up for a bus driving position with a school that I have been offered. So we've got a lot of things to do, and there are some times where I do not want to do them. There are some times where I feel tired. As Bilbo Baggins said to Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings, I'm wearing thin, like butter spread over too much bread. Luke chapter 9 verse 23 says, if anyone wants to come after me, let him deny himself, pick up his cross daily, and follow me. There are some days where you just don't want to do the thing. There are some days where you have a thought to do something, or there's something you need to do, and your flesh fights against you. Your flesh wants to stay in bed. Your flesh wants to think of the worst possible scenario. Your flesh wants to curl up into a little ball and not face the world. Your flesh is full of anxiety, fear, and it's hurt. Sometimes things that we should do hurt. When you work out, you rip apart the muscle fibers, pushing them to their limits, and then allow them to rebuild better. Yep, you pick up your cross after denying yourself, denying your flesh. Do the hard thing. There are some days where we don't want to stand up for ourselves or say the things that we actually mean, protect our peace. Some days where we really want that. The idea of that hurts. So we just let people do whatever they want. We don't pick up the cross. We don't do what we have to do. But that response is incredibly human. Famous and hotly debated quote from Jesus on the cross, my God, why have you forsaken me? It's also a lyric from a System of a Down song. Yep, it's incredibly human to want to cry out, and you don't want to do something, but you know that you have to do it. And sometimes it hurts. Or sometimes you want to do something, but it's hard. It's hard to make yourself do it. Picking up your cross can mean many different things. It can mean doing the thing that you want to, but your flesh fights against you. Or it can be not doing the thing that your flesh wants to do, and you know you shouldn't. As a woodworker, I take raw lumber and I surface it down to a workable size and shape. And that process is incredibly brutal. I cut it, I chop it, I chip apart little pieces of it, and I get it to the point where I can make it into something beautiful. And I'm often comforted by that process, not only in my spirit, because I recognize that growth often feels incredibly painful. Growth is often brutal and agonizing, but knowing that you will eventually become something beautiful on the other side is really comforting to my spirit. But it's not only comforting to my spirit, the smells and the sounds and the feel is comforting to me physically. Jesus was a carpenter. I wonder if he was comforted by the smell of the cross. Really is quite fitting that God was a carpenter, that he took things that were rough and beautiful in their own way and made them into things that he could use for his purposes that were also beautiful. Kind of like what he does to us through the process of refinement. We go from the dry log fallen in a storm to a dining table that generations of people will sit at, have community at, or the door that will keep a family safe. So if there's something you can do today, the hard thing, the thing that you don't want to do, but you know you should, or the thing that you want to do, but your flesh keeps telling you not to. Test the spirit. I get the feeling that if you do that every day, denying your flesh and picking up your cross, the month of July is going to be full of the 3 R's: refinement, repair, and restoration. So today, as you deny your flesh, I hope that you are comforted by the smell of your cross, even just a little. Take time to be kind to yourself today. I love you. God loves you more. Have a blessed day.